I got to bring this up because I think we put so much, I don't know, not importance, but we look at old movies like they're all great and classics, and there are many of them that are. You know, Jaws. Jaws is an old movie now, and it's obviously a classic. A lot of those 70s movies turned out to be great classics. 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was, you know, even now though you watch that and it's kind of weird, but it was weird at the time. A lot of these amazing movies. So I was like, you know what? I want to watch an action movie. I don't want to watch a new one. I don't want to watch woke movies. So I'm like, you know, let me watch The French Connection. Like, oh, The French Connection. That's a cop action movie. Gene Hackman and Roy Scheider from Jaws, of course, were two cops, and they're investigating this heroin smuggling thing coming in from France, hence the French Connection. And, yeah, you could pop the volume up.
Get on the wall. What's my name?
Popeye Doyle. If he doesn't like you, he'll take you apart. And it's all perfect.
This is the original trailer.
Doyle fights dirty.
You want to take a ride there, fat man?
And plays rough.
Anybody want a milkshake?
Doyle is bad news, but he's a good cop.
Going now. Bye.
How many times have I been down?
He just hassles black people, which is the best part of the movie.
Yeah. And hope that he would stay and tell me why he was so happy.
Like the trailer's cutting away that, like, it looks like action packed.
What about the
It's
last
not.
big-time spenders? You naked? No, are you? He's spreading it around like the Russians are in Jersey.
All right,
So
this
stick
mob
around.
guy, he's
Our friend's name is Boca,
know we're here.
Salvatore
Go out,
Boca.
black ops.
Well, downtown, they're pretty sure he pulled off a contract on a guy named Marco.
Oh, that's not a drop. I'll open up a charge for you at Bloomingdale's. BOCA.
Doesn't
I
mess
pause for a little bit.
Hostiles have the overload device.
Action packed, right? This movie is literally the entire movie is them tailing this guy.
Enemy overload.
I swear.
Our control station is down.
I'm like, oh, there's got to be something. There's got to be some action that could. It's literally like, all right,
I've located a new
make a
overload
left.
device.
Ooh, he's making a left. This is crazy. I had this impression in my head that the French Connection was this, and believe me, Rotten Tomatoes and everything. It's in the 80s or whatever the fuck. It's remembered and revered as one of the premier cop action movies of the 70s. And it was boring as fuck, just a bore fest. And now look, I don't need amazing chase scenes and everything. And there is a chase scene in this. It's Gene Hackman chasing a subway with a car on the elevated train. He's chasing it, and that's like the action part of the movie. That's what they kind of pushed as the action part of the movie. Here he is. This is in Brooklyn, I gather. It's the elevated line over, I believe, 86th Street. And this is a guy that was trying to kill him, so he's chasing him now. And then there's a chase in the train while he's chasing the train in a car. Shoot that guy. No vests back then. That guy's fucked. Still safer back then than it is now on a New York subway. So he just go, and this goes on forever. And it's just yelling Gene Hackman, get out of the way! Get out of the way! Come on! Gene Hackman yells in everything he's in. There he is. See, he's just yelling. Yelling Gene Hackman. And I guess the guy,
The overload device is in our control.
And then the most interesting thing about this is hearing later on, because I think one of the, I think it's the somethingth anniversary of this movie coming out. 40th, 50th, something like that. Like, this is pretty, the chase wasn't bad. And then when you realize they didn't fucking have, like, the proper permits, No safety equipment. They just let these guys drive like maniacs with cameras on the cars and followed it down 86th Street. So, like, that's interesting. So, the movie poster itself fucked the whole movie up because you know he kills the guy. Find the poster. This was the definitive French Connection shot. Anyone who thinks of the French Connection, you look at this movie poster picture, and it's absolutely the #1 memory you have of the French Connection. This is what was in all the ads. This is all. He's shooting the guy in the back. So it negates the entire chase. There's no thrill to it, because you know it ends with Doyle shooting the bad guy in the back and killing him on the subway stairs. There's another bad guy, and it goes on after that. But I don't think it was good to let everyone know that Doyle eventually kills this guy, and the whole chase isn't compelling. You're not worried about anything happening to Doyle. You're not worried about this guy getting away or getting the upper hand. You know he gets shot in the back on the subway stairs. And this, like I said, this is the definitive picture of the French Connection. It was in the newspapers during when it was in the movie theater. This was the picture for the French Connection. Like, oh, he kills the guy. What a dumb thing to do. It's the only kind of thrilling moment in the movie. Everything else is fucking boring in this. It's literally two guys following cars. And then on sidewalks walking through. And the only thing interesting about that is the gritty, grimy, shitty New York that you see in those clips where they're following people. There's one where you actually see Popeye Doyle, Gene Hackman.
Is that the bad news guy who's a good cop?
He's bad news, but he's a good cop.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah. and you see him talking on a payphone or some shit, and there's the World Trade Center behind him, half built. It's literally, I'm like, holy fuck! It's still that orange color of the beams and everything, and one tower is about maybe halfway up, and the other one's about a quarter of the way up, and they're building it, and it's like, just... You might as well just throw your tools down and go home, guys. The Arabs are gonna fuck that whole thing up. Or whoever did it. Who am I to say? But it's a perfect example of a movie that
The guild's up to something.
we kind of thought was a good movie. And I bet at the time, because I was trying to picture sitting in a movie theater of the day and watching that. People went to the movies like once in a blue moon. It was a night out. And then you walk out of there just kind of going, oh, yeah, that wasn't very good. Or did they go like, oh my God. He won the Academy Award that year. Gene Hackman won the Academy Award that year for Best Actor. I believe the movie won for Best Picture and Best Director also. 1971, I believe. The
device available.
Academy Awards might have been 72 because they do a year. I don't.
Best Picture, Best Actor.
Best Picture, Best Actor, not Best Director.
Best Writer.
Writer.
Best Directing.
Oh, okay.
It was nominated for everything.
Best
nominated.
Oh, these were nominations?
Oh,
so,
shit.
yeah.
Wow, I thought they were really doing well. But I think Hackman won for Best Actor. Yeah.
Winner, Best Picture, winner, Best Actor, winner, Best Director, winner, Best Writing,
Dude, that's the...
winner,
that's,
Best Film Editing, and nominee, Best Actor in Supporting Role.
Those three things, actor, director, picture, is like the holy trinity of, that's the triple crown. That's winning the fucking Derby and the Belmont and Preakness. And I'm like, what the fuck? It wasn't good. It just wasn't good. It's Gene Hackman as everything Gene Hackman ever played. Watch the Poseidon Adventure. We gotta go up to go down. We gotta get to the bottom of the ship to get on top.
Throwing stunt.
Get out of the way. He just yells. Not that good an actor. But, you know, like I said, rose-colored lenses. I guess we watch these old things. We have this fondness for the older pic. There are scenes in this, mind you, that are very good and very funny. At the beginning, they chase this guy down, this black dude, and when they catch him, they just start beating the living shit out of him.
The overload device is under hostile control.
They're punching him in the
Hostile
face
UAV
and
established above.
kicking him in the balls and interrogating him against a brick
Hostiles
wall
have the
in
overload device.
a broken down project. And you're like, holy shit, here you go.
Picked up the device.
Yeah, Gene Hackman was, maybe that's why he won the Oscar. He was playing a Santa at one of the Salvation Army things.
Protect our zones. They have
Now
the
look.
overload device.
Imagine this video. 2 NYPD cops were seen today kicking a black man and punching him in a Santa outfit.
Transported to the enemy
They'd
zone.
be suspended, fired, whatever. Now they drag him back here.
Break your ass. Come on.
He's cuffed.
Come on.
And they're dragging him. Look.
Overloaded their control station.
Will you stop it? Stop it.
You think this would be good today? This guy would be a millionaire, and they'd be fucking in jail. Popeye Doyle was arrested today for assaulting a black man, an unarmed black man, handcuffed.
What's his name? What?
TACOM, launch counter UAV.
No, man, no. Hey, no, you're the barber? You're the barber, right? Listen, I don't give a shit shit. What's Joe's last name? I don't know, man.
The overload device is in our control.
Good cop, bad cop.
Time's low. Put your head down and get it done. We picked up the device.
you what side of the street he lives on. Hey, shit, man. What's he talking about? I got a man in Poughkeepsie wants to talk to you. You ever been to Poughkeepsie? Huh? Have you ever been to Poughkeepsie?
We have the overload device.
They just fucking with him.
Poughkeepsie? You been to Poughkeepsie, haven't you?
Why does it look like Roy Schneider's?
I want to hear it. Come on. You've been there, right? Yeah. You sat on the edge of the bed, didn't you? You took off your shoes, put your finger between your toes, and picked your feet, didn't you? That's it.
The overload device is in our control.
You put a seal on my partner. You don't get me? God damn it!
God damn it!
All winter long, I gotta listen to him drive without going. Now I'm gonna bust your ass.
This is Gene Hackman
I'm
acting.
gonna nail
I
you
swear
for
it's
kicking
just
your
yelling. And they're like, well, that's an Academy Award right there. Gene Hackman yelling. He's got to win the Oscar. Did Gene Hackman win the Oscar for The Poseidon Adventure? And if not, who won that year? I believe The Poseidon Adventure was 74? 73?
4 out of 5. Keep it tight. Device acquired. Transported to the enemy zone.
What was it?
He did not win.
Oh.
He won the BAFTA award for
Oh.
73.
It was 73.
Yeah.
What
Field
won
teams are
against?
bugging out. Figure out what they were hiding.
Who won Best Actor and what movie was
One
it?
piece at a time.
73. I'm gonna say MASH. No, I don't even know. I think MASH was like 71 also.
Here we go. Best Picture, The Godfather.
Oh, a little film called The Godfather. How did I not know that? That was the same year as The Poseidon Adventure? Who knew? We're gonna take a cruise on a ship that goes upside down. No, I didn't know. Yeah, well, there you go. Gene Hackman wasn't yelling at that. It was Sonny Corleone was yelling. That's who. There you go. Well, anyway, I wanted to pick this up because this guy kind of reiterates the point I was making. Who's this? Leon, what's up, man?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hanging.
I just recently watched Streets of Fire starring Michael Paré.
Oh, Michael Paré and
Oh, my
Willem Dafoe.
fucking God.
Willem Dafoe was the bad guy in that
bad
one.
guy, and Rick Moranis was the little misogynistic douchebag.
Yeah,
And he's the only thing
yeah.
that kind of made the movie interesting. Michael Paré was the worst fucking actor.
He
in
was
the 80s, man.
terrible. He was
beyond
so
terrible.
big in what was that one
Eddie
where
and the Cruisers.
Eddie and the Cruisers.
1 and 2.
And then he was also in the Philadelphia Experiment.
That's right, the Philadelphia Experiment.
Yeah. He was the shit for like 10 minutes, and he
For
was
real.
terrible.
Every movie was Michael Paré.
Michael Paré.
What
And
a
he
fucking
sucked.
awful douchebag.
There he is.
He's
Michael
terrible.
Paré. Streets of Fire. Oh, yeah, what's her
God.
name's in it?
Diane Lane.
Diane
and they had
Lane.
That fucking sledgehammer fight at the
They
end.
have a sledgehammer fight. And isn't the girl from Pee-wee's Playhouse in it, too, the blonde?
Yeah, the little blonde chick.
The little blonde
from Pee-wee's
chick.
Playhouse.
And then there's, what's his
Stoney
name?
Jackson. Don't forget about Stoney.
Yeah, Stoney. And then
great
also
Stoney
the
Jackson.
band. They got the
Yes.
band with, what's his name? That black dude.
Robert Townsend.
Yeah, Robert Townsend.
Bubba Gump is in it.
Bubba Gump is in it.
And I forgot who the other black guy was.
And they got that hit song out of it.
Yeah, which I actually thought was an entire black group. Turns out it's a fucking white dude.
It's a white dude, and it was all black dudes in the movie doing moonwalking and shit.
I said for years that fucking song was that black group. I thought it was a white guy. It fucking bamboozled me.
It's like Robert Townsend was so fucking had a hit song. Jesus Christ, dude, so fucking funny.
Shit, man. Thanks for taking my call, Ed, man.
No problem, Leon. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
brother.
He brings up such a great point. Also, with Streets of Fire, you'll notice they used the same streets and shit as Back to the Future, but they built an elevated train set over one of the streets to make it look, gritty and city-like. But you can look, they didn't even change the door on one of the things. It's the door to the gym, to the workout gym. Remember the girls are doing the aerobics in the 80s? And then he goes back to the future, obviously. And you could tell the door is the same. And it's the same door that you see when they're having the sledgehammer fight. Universal backlot shit, But oh my God, some of those movies that you just think are so awesome. 80s is full of them. Like Leon made a great point. The 80s is full of movies that you watched 1,000 times, loved them, went to Blockbuster to rent the videos to watch it again and again, and then it just turns out they're so utterly bad. And somewhat still entertaining for nostalgic value. Because to see Willem Dafoe dressed up like that with that hairstyle and shit, when you knew Platoon was just a couple of years away, pretty funny. We went through this thing. I guess it was supposed to be a renaissance in the 80s of movies. And the 80s movies are amongst the most dated movies to watch. You watch a movie and you go, oh, 80s. For everything from the soundtrack, like synthesizer, shitty synth, everything sounds like Adamant or fucking Thomas Dolby. Just terrible 80s music. The clothes and hair are laughable. I've said it before. The 80s thought they were the look of the future. Like, the 80s were the 70s impression of what the future should look like. Like, oh my God, with the shoulder pad, like old B sci-fi movie clothes. And the hair with the girls and paint that just went like this. And like, oh, people are going to be doing that in the future. Look, it's the 80s, it's the future, they're doing it. And then by the 90s, no, your future's gone now. We're going back to fucking flannel shirts and jeans. Fuck your dumb future with your shoulder pads and fucking Chinese writing on clothes. Everything ought to look like Blade Runner. Neon lights and fucking Chinese writing. That was the future. I tell you, they've come close because it is the future now. Chinese writing, and maybe they were on to something. They were a little before their time for what the future would look like. Who's this? Jim from the great state of Florida. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? I was just going to say there's one movie from the 80s that I watched again recently that I hadn't seen in years, and it actually was held up pretty well.
Yeah.
The Outsiders.
The Outsiders. The one version of the Brat Pack in full force. You got Emilio Estevez. You got Tom Cruise. You got Charlie Sheen.
Matt Dillon.
You got Matt Dillon. You got, what's his name? Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that was a killer movie for the time.
Yeah, that was a Coppola movie. I think that's probably why.
Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola movie.
Enemy UAV detected.
And I think because it was a period piece, it can hold up because it was made in the 80s, but they couldn't portray, Ralph Macchio too. They couldn't portray it like the 80s. Diane Lane, Streets of Fire. Rob Lowe, the Kid Toucher, and Patrick Swayze, of course, from Roadhouse.
There was another one that came out around the same time, which I thought would hold up just as well.
Rumblefish.
Well, called The Wanderers.
Oh, The Wanderers.
It did not hold up.
Now, I watched that recently, and because that was one that was always on the cable service way back when you used to get, they would send you a guide in the mail, and it was this kind of shiny pamphlet, and you'd open it up, and there was a little thumbnail of the movie. And there were only maybe 6 movies the whole week that were going to play, and they played them over and over again. And it was on, I had a service called Cinema 100, and it was a box on your TV. It had a key, like NORAD, and then a switch, and you could watch these movies, but it was nothing on demand. Like, you had to watch it when they put it on.
Yeah, we had the same service. One was Spectrum, the other one was on TV.
And Wanderers was one of the big movies that we watch all the fucking time. Now, pause it right here. That girl right there that you see in the black, they're dancing, they're doing the Popeye. Right there, you know who she is? That's Big Pussy's wife from The Sopranos. That takes over the auto body shop. Yeah, as a kid. She's very young in this. But that's her. Dancing around, little trivia inbound for you. And then, what's his name? What was his name? He was a big fucking star, too, for 10 minutes back then. And Karen Allen, who is just adorable in this, as she was in everything until the remake of, or the last Indiana Jones she was in. And that guy. And then Meat from Porky's. I remember him. He was in every movie back then. They went elbow titting. They'd walk around and tell a girl, excuse me, and bump into her and grab her tit. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. And it was a way to cop a feel. You got any sound on this? No?
The Dell Bombers.
The Dell Bombers. Look at this shit.
Skewer release detected.
Now, I heard every time I watch a movie, especially an old movie, I afterwards I do a little research on it because I like knowing what was going on behind the scenes. Leave the kid alone. And apparently, they changed a lot of shit with this movie because the Warriors had come out right before it. And there were they were afraid of gang fights in the theaters because the Warriors spurred some gang violence in some of the New York City theaters, and gangs would get together and run in and fuck people up. So they were like, we can't really push the gang aspect of this thing, but the whole thing is supposed to be gangs. So they went into other things, like the football game and the... Then I looked up this gang. They were the Wanderers and the Fordham Baldies, which was the fat guy, and they all had shaved heads. And then there were these weird people, Ducky Boys, they called them. And they were all... And there was an actual gang called the Ducky Boys back in Brooklyn. Back in the day, the 50s, early 60s, I would guess. And they were all under like 5'6". They were a bunch of short, mean Irish motherfuckers that would fuck you up beyond belief. They were known to just be really violent Irish fucks that were twisted, a little weird. So they portrayed him as being very, very strange in The Wanderers. But they were, they were all supposedly gangs that actually existed. They puff it up for television or movies, and like they did here. But I didn't find the Wanderers. If I could get back to you, Jim, I didn't find it a bad movie. It was dated.
It just didn't.
It didn't hold up
like The Outsiders did. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, you could watch The Outsiders. Like I said, The Outsiders is more of a period movie where you could kind of watch it, and it's a pretty basic story when you think about it. The low class versus the upper class, and all that shit. But The Wanderers, I think it was filmed very well. It had a lot of action in it. It was a little weird, and it did have moments where. That one guy who was kind of in love with he got Desby, who is the girl from The Sopranos, got her pregnant, and the father of her is a mob guy. So you're marrying the girl, and that was it. And I think The Wanderers was more this end of that whole thing, that whole era. Because he even at his engagement party or his whatever the fuck it is, he runs out because he thinks he sees Karen Allen, and he peeks in a club, and it's like a beatnik club. And Bob Dylan, this silhouette that is Bob Dylan, is playing The Times They Are A-Changin'. And it's like, all right, this is the end of the whole 50s bang-a-dang-dang shit. So there was that aspect to it, which I think they portrayed pretty well. So I don't know. I think it held up better than you're saying.
Well, the soundtrack was good. It just wasn't
new overload device.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Hey, look.
I liked it when I was a kid, but
open
when
to
I watched it again,
interpretation.
it just was like, what was I?
Have the overload device.
But that's fucked up. Like, I liked it as a kid without really understanding what the movie was about. And then when you watch it now, you kind of more understand that there was an underlying meaning to everything that was going on in that movie, even though it was played off kind of goofy at times and stuff. And that scene where they have all the different races coming up with different racial names in the classroom. Pull that fucking part up. Wanderers classroom race discussion, maybe, or racial epithets, or
now I gotta watch it again.
That's hilarious. They're sitting there, the teacher's trying to teach them a lesson. Here it is.
Richard, man.
Our zone has been overloaded.
How you doing?
Listen, I want to thank you for helping us out.
Hostile skewer inbound.
Anytime you need anything, just let me know, all right?
What's that guy's fucking name?
Secure the new device.
You can't get your homework.
I think you gotta go forward a little until the teacher starts writing on the board.
The overload device is in our control.
All right. Go back. Yeah. This is maybe. Oh no, that's when he takes his hat off. Okay, keep going until you see the teacher. There you go.
Hey, Mr. Sharp, man, you see what Zucchini just did? Yeah, stupid. Hey, you gonna make the motherfucker? Come on, let's go.
Hostiles have the overload device.
Pretty funny because old movies.
We picked up the device.
Old movies got away with shit like this.
Both have detention. Oh, Mr. Sharp, man.
Dang.
Sharp. Now, them white boys
overloaded
here,
their control
it's getting
station.
obstreperous. Anybody know what week this is?
New overload device on the field. Get
Very
there
good,
first.
Steve. A Cadillac. Oh, hey, Lincoln.
Maybe a little forward. Yeah.
Enemies
a
are
little more
carrying the
forward.
device.
Italians. All right. And the black guy. Yeah. All right. I think this is probably good. Sorry. It's a good clip.
We have the
Just didn't
overload
have
device.
it queued up.
Hostiles have the overload device.
What's the matter, Stitch? Don't we have a group to suit you? Oh, no.
Protect our zone. They have the overload device.
Hey, flavor! You all right, get me some Eskimo pie? Okay.
Why get rid of the? Why he just doesn't?
Colored Italian. Or is it colored and Italian?
New overload device.
Is that the way your old man talks? Huh?
The overload device.
The
Hostile
color.
control.
How about you guys? What do you say after school? Italian? Come on, man, let's talk some straight talk.
MTC is
Why
running.
would
Let's
a
call
teacher do
spade
that? Call a spade a
Enemies are
spade.
carrying the device.
Okay, let's talk straight. Give me some names. Come on.
Nigga.
He comes out with the number one. The number one. Right off the bat.
Greaseball.
Yeah, that's right. You tough.
Jungle Bunny. Swamp Guinea. Handkerchief head.
Mountain walk time.
Yeah. Boogie. Cool. Dago. Watch your mouth, boo-boo. Spear chucker. Motherfucker, I'm gonna chuck a spear up your ass. Hold it, I can't write that.
No, what is he
Transport the
doing?
overload device into hostile zones.
Okay, is that it? That's all? We ran out of names pretty fast, didn't we?
No.
Okay, what did we learn here today?
Anyway,
Let's
you
start.
got stop it.
the
They
overload
obviously
device.
start fighting because you can't do that. But like, you can't do that these days. You'll get fucking killed. And especially in real life. Imagine a teacher doing that. A teacher brings up anything. You always hear about teachers being fired and they go, oh, they were discussing slavery. And the teacher was saying, now if you were a slave and you were the, fired. Boogie, spear chucker.
Device location reset.
Hilarious. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Overload device is in our control.
Boom. Here it is. Chris, what's up?
How you doing, Anthony? You already saw my thunder with the chalkboard scene, but I was going to say, you never see that today, but what you might see in this pathetic culture is The Warriors as a remake, because it was the most unrealistic gang movie ever. Show me a violent street gang with black, white, and Hispanics all in the same gang.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, it was a very diverse gang, the Warriors. I guess that was their greatest strength, you know? They had
We
a
picked up
black
the device.
dude, a Hispanic dude, a rapist, and a twink poofter. So, yeah, French
Device
Connection stuff.
acquired. Transported to the
Very
enemy zone.
boring movie.
The overload device is under hostile control. We have the overload device.
There was more of a slow burn thing back then, I think. I really do. I think as time went by, we've become so dependent on
Overload device successfully
quick
delivered.
action. You gotta grab people very quickly at the beginning of a movie. You can't take too much time to build characters or anything like that. People just they don't have much of a
Enemies are carrying the device.
the ability to stick with something, concentrate on any one thing, and they need like flashes. Like superhero movie. Ooh, look. Ooh, he's gonna land like this. Get up, it's gonna be awesome. Sometimes it is, I get it. But that slow burn
overload
thing.
device
But
on the field. Get
French
there
Connection
first.
went way beyond slow burn. Literally following people. That's the movie. Following people, and then some funny scenes where they harass minorities. But that's about it.
Protect our zones. They have the
Alec
overload device.
Baldwin. You might remember this actor, known for many great movies. Beetlejuice, he was in that.
We have the overload
Glengarry
device.
Glen Ross. He murdered a woman. You might remember that. He's
Hostiles
doing
have the
an
overload
interview.
device.
They are promoting this thing. Everything is a show. In 2021,
Device is under hostile control.
everything is a show. A woman
overload
is
device is in
dead.
our control.
She died on a movie set.
Available for assignment.
Unbelievably strange circumstances. And of course, because it's Hollywood, Alec
New overload
Baldwin
device available.
and George Stephanopoulos have to get together and talk about the tragedy that happened. This is going to be all about Alec Baldwin. And I swear to you, like my football bets, I wish and I
Enemies are
hope my
carrying the
bookie
device.
says, will Alec Baldwin cry during this? Every penny I've made on football
up the
would
device.
go, yes, Alec Baldwin is crying in this interview.
Successful
Guaranteed.
overload, team.
He's a fucking actor. Of course he's going to cry. Oh, the poor guy. And there's dummies that'll sit there and go,
is nearing zero.
he
Close
feels
the
so
deal.
bad about it.
Secure the new device.
No, this
Hostile
is
secure inbound.
This is called salvaging your career. Now, I don't think if anyone can shoot and murder a woman and resume their acting career, I gotta say Alec Baldwin's right up there. No one ever thought he was a nice guy. I mean, murdering a woman was a little out of the realm of possibility, but look how silly we were. He murdered a woman. But he's this personality and this kind of actor and the roles he takes and everything, who I think will do a few of these things, these interviews, and roll right back in to a fantastic acting career that he's had for many years. Some actors could do that. I don't know. Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks too much of a nice guy to murder somebody and then get back to just being, oh, what?
We picked up the device.
I mean, fire! Fire! I fired the gun!
Fortunately, the market does not forgive.
But Alec Baldwin, we kind of expected him to do something stupid. We do every so often. So it's not a surprise. And, you know, he is good. I'll give it to him. I've watched a lot of Alec Baldwin movies, and goddamn if he ain't a good actor. And who am I to judge? There's actors out there that have literally raped young girls from Poltergeist to death. Rob Reiner is an idiot. Just throwing that out there as a rant. So he's doing this interview, Alec Baldwin, with George Stephanopoulos. And there's already the dramatic graphics out there, the kind of shadowy Alec Baldwin, and the text that's kind of, tragic text. Tragitext font. And they've already said a couple of things that are exposed in this interview. Alec Baldwin says, I did not pull the trigger. I did not pull the trigger. Now, most people, there it is. Alec Baldwin says he did not pull trigger of gun in fatal movie set shooting. Look at him. He's a handsome guy when he's not all alcohol bloated, right? Yeah. He's had work done on his eyes. Definitely. Anyway. He should just play pirates now or old sea captains. He could play the Titanic captain now with that, right? The remake of Titanic. And they'll just have him as the captain. Now, while this sounds crazy, and there's our conspiratorial things, he didn't pull the trigger, he said, I actually understand this, depending on the weapon. I will explain. If this was an authentic, old Colt 45 Western revolver, these guns were not made with the greatest safety features on them. Nowadays, there are so many redundancies and things that have to engage and plates that need to be in front of other things as you're pulling the trigger in order for, which is the final part of firing a gun, that firing pin striking the primer of the bullet, which sends the bullet off. In between the firing pin and the mechanism, there's safety features. Now, one of these I knew from, I had a Ruger 45s, 6 years. And you would cock the hammer back, and you wouldn't see a firing pin. The old guns, the firing pin was literally on the hammer. You pulled that hammer back, and there's a pointy piece of metal on the hammer, because that's what fell and snapped onto the bullet and fired the bullet. Nothing in between the hammer and the firing pin. Nowadays, with safety features, as you pull the trigger, a plate comes up and takes up the space between the hammer and the firing pin. So the trigger has to be pulled, the plate comes up, and now the hammer strikes the plate strikes the firing pin, the bullet fires. But unless the trigger's pulled, you could fucking drop that thing on the hammer. There's no contact between the hammer and the firing pin, so it doesn't fire. Now, older guns had things that were called quarter, half, and full cocked.
Skewer release detected.
He said full. full cock. You would quarter cock a gun, an old 45, because if the firing pin is on the hammer and the hammer's down and the cylinders are empty, that firing pin's going to keep you from spinning the cylinder when you're trying to load it. So whenever you loaded an old school 45, you had to click quarter cock it. The hammer comes back a quarter of the way and clicks. Now the cylinder's free to spin. You open the gate and you load in, click each round like that. You can spin it. You close the gate. Now here was the tricky part. You had to literally pull the trigger and slowly let the hammer down on a round. Now this was dangerous in and of itself because if the hammer ever struck anything, the fucking gun would go off. Contrary to popular belief, a 6-shooter is usually only a 5-shooter because you leave that one cylinder empty so that that firing pin is not resting on a primer and can't be fired if the hammer gets struck by anything. Now, I hear Alec Baldwin was practicing a cross-draw, quick draw for the next scene. Now, what you want to do when you draw a 6-gun, because it's not a double action, it's a single action, the pistol has to be fully cocked before you pull the trigger. If you just pull the trigger, nothing will happen. With other guns, like a 38 snub nose, a police revolver, 38, you'll see you can pull the trigger and the hammer goes click. You don't have to touch the hammer just by pulling the trigger. With these old school 6-shooters, you need to pull the hammer back first, then fire. Pull the hammer back first, then fire. That's why for rapid fire, they would hold the trigger down and do this. They'd fan it because now it's working because the trigger's pulled. It's the only way it works. So if you're doing a quick draw, you want to cock the gun as you're bringing it out. That's what a quick draw was. Whether it's on your hip here, you go like this, you're cocking it so that by the time you're level, it's fully cocked, boom, you pull the trigger, it's ready to go. You don't go like this, cock it, and then shoot. You're fucking dead by then. I'm assuming, and it's only an assumption, that they were using an authentic, old school, Colt 45 revolver.
Losing Alpha.
He was practicing this quick draw. He's cocking it. He didn't get quite to quarter cock where the ratchet would have engaged on the hammer and held it back. And when he let go of it, it struck the ground and fired it without him ever touching the trigger. And that's, I honestly think that's what happened, if he's being honest. And I don't, you know, he's a piece of shit, but why is he gonna lie that I never pulled the trigger? It's kind of a crazy thing to say, especially if you're not familiar enough with guns and especially those type of guns to understand that you can fire it without pulling the trigger. If you are just shy of quarter cock and you let go of the hammer and that thing slams down and fires around. So I'm thinking that's what would have happened. Still, had the round get in there. Why was he even practicing that move, pointing it at people? You still shouldn't do that. I used to practice quick draws with I had a Ruger Super Single 6 22. My dad got it for me for my birthday. I didn't go to school and shoot my friends like losing out of a gun at 15. He instantly said, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot some of these motherfuckers that bullied me. Here, son, here's a gun." And I was bullied. I should have shot Gabriel Mayers. Gabriel Mayers punched me in the face. He sucker punched me in front of Vaughn's. I was very, very upset about it. And I had guns. And I fantasized about shooting him. I did. Why wouldn't you? But I never would have dreamt of shooting him. Jesus Christ. This kid ruled. But I used to practice with this thing, and I would unload it. I'll make sure the thing was completely unloaded. Ooh, spin that thing around. Close the gate. Put it in my holster. I had a great low on the leg, tie-down holster, Western holster. All the bullets were on the fucking little fucking bullet holders on the belt, and it was fucking awesome. And I would practice cocking the gun as you bring it out, and I wouldn't even fire. I wouldn't even fire it. Like I I just would.
We're losing Alpha.
And that was in my room against the wall. Or some shit. I would do that, and then I'd jerk off.
Take out that bomb.
Didn't you?
Hostile skewer
Quick
inbound.
draw. Quick draw. So I'm practicing, and there were plenty of times my thumb slipped off of the hammer while I was bringing it up and slapped back down.
All zones lost.
Now, like I said, it was unloaded, but also this was a Ruger with the modern safety mechanism where you had to pull the trigger,
Alpha
a plate
secure.
would slide up, and it would be
Locking
the
down Charlie.
intermediary between the hammer
A.
and the firing pin. So even if it was loaded, it wouldn't go off because I wasn't pulling the trigger.
Zone C secure.
But you could see, again, like I said, how an older school gun firing pin actually on. And I would think for close-up shots, maybe, you'd want to see a gun that was authentic back in those days. So the firing pin would be on the hammer. You would look at a gun and be like, wait, there's no firing pin on the hammer. If it's close-up, because the hammer's a flat front on it. And you're like, no, there was a firing pin on that fucking thing.
You are in violation of
So maybe they were
contract.
using
This
it to be
incident
authentic,
has been logged.
and this collection of fuck-ups happened that resulted in a woman being shot by the inimitable Alec Baldwin, who will give an interview with a, I'm sure, Kevlar-vested George Stephanopoulos.
She was someone who was loved by everyone who worked with and liked by
Except
everyone.
you killed him. I would have had $10,000.
I find it hard to believe that. It just doesn't seem real to me.
Alec
You
Baldwin.
haven't said much in
In his
public since
toughest
that
role
tragic
ever.
accident. Why speak out now?
Why speak out now? I killed
I
someone.
think the big question, and the one you must have asked yourself 1,000 times, how could this have happened?
It's all about
You
him.
described it as a 1 in a trillion shot, and the gun was in your hand. How do you come to terms with that? It wasn't in the
Tomorrow
script
night.
for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them. Never.
What did you think happened? How did a real bullet get on that set?
I have no idea. Someone put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
How do
George
you respond to actors like
Stephanopoulos.
George Clooney who say that every time
He's
they
a
ever handed a gun, they checked
stapler.
it themselves? Your emotions are so clearly so right there on the surface. You felt shock. You felt anger. You felt sadness. Do you feel guilt?
Oh, we
You
don't
said
get.
you're not a
We don't get to
victim,
hear
but
the answer
Is this
yet.
the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Well, my daughter was being a little piggy.
Because I think back. And I think of what could I have done.
Not
Alec
shoot her.
Baldwin, unscripted.
You could have not shot her. Alec Baldwin, unscripted.
Hard point.
This is
The guild has chosen to invest in you.
It's
Do
so
not
Hollywood.
let us down.
what Hollywood's
Hostile
all
personnel
about.
have captured the hard
They
point.
have no fucking clue about how people really think and perceive them. Everything they do is amazing and golden and perfect. You don't do this. I mean, a statement you put out, you do things. This is what you do when you're trying to salvage your career. And like I said, he'll be fine. But this is a move a publicist puts together. And they choose. Do you know how many times, I wonder how many times the dead woman's name, whatever it is, I don't know. Look, I didn't shoot her. Came up when they were discussing
hard point.
who should do the interview,
Hard point located.
what network, what the graphics should look like, the promo piece, how it should be cut. Like, they're like, do you feel guilty about
Hard
all
point
right,
active.
here's his answer. Yeah, don't put that in. And the only reason they didn't put that in is because they know people want to see the answer, so they'll watch. So it's all, again, about ratings, of course. You know, I'm not trying to talk down to you like you're naive. Of course you understand it's about ratings. And we all understand that that's what TV's about. But when they
Hostile
try to
skewer
present it as something else, like it's Alec Baldwin sharing his information. Oh! Stop it.
We control the hard point.
Stop
Hostiles
it.
have the hard point.
Hollywood, Washington, Madison Avenue. Have we had enough? Have we had
Hostile personnel
enough?
have captured the hard point.
Oh.
Point locked down.
Calling the Army of Garbage. Don't sleep on those live show tickets, baby.
No way.
We're going to be in New Orleans, Dallas, and Houston in about 2 weeks.
Yep, and we also have Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. Second show added. Plus all the cities on the Route 66 tour. Get your tickets now at rugarbage.com. We want to see you out there.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find that if they're good to be classy, big old piece of trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in a new edition. She's down at the barbershop getting her Brazilian done.
Okay.
And ready for the summer.
All right.
My co-host is coming at you from right next to me, slightly amused this week. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage. He's an international businessman, and he's my best pal in the whole wide world, and I love him. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are cooking. And obviously, the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/RUGarbage. Go over there, you get up to a bajillion hours worth of content, gang.
Ooh, love that money. And having a nice shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the old Magic Man, makes us all look good. Works the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, he crosses the T's and he dots the I's. Give it up for T-Bone McStruffins, Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up, T-Bone?
Let's go, dude.
Right?
I mean, I wouldn't have the haircut I do without this gentleman.
Sure.
Getting better looking by the day, I gotta say. Gang, the long hair ain't lying because we couldn't be more excited to have our incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. He's a very funny, very successful stand-up comedian, actor, and podcaster. And you might have seen him, but not limited to. You got Meet the Robinsons, Ellen, Dumb and Dumber, Down Periscope, Wag the Dog, David Mamet, very nice.
Yeah.
Love that. Half Baked, There's Something About Mary, Superstar, The Whole 9 Yards, Freddie Got Fingered, The Gina Davis Show, Las Vegas, My Name is Earl, Employee of the Month, Robot Chicken, Sausage Party, Kill Tony, Tiger Belly, The Tonight Show, Conan, Carson Daly, The Daily Show, Premium Blend, David Letterman, Oddballs. You can hear him every week on his amazing podcast, The Harlan Highway, and he's got a brand new movie coming out very soon called Wingman. Give it up for the one, the only, Mr. Harlan Williams, everybody. There he is.
That was quite the
Looking sharp.
Yeah. Wow.
Buddy, you've been killing it for a while.
Oh, thank you. I've been blessed, happy. You know, I just lucky I get to do what I love to do.
Sure.
Very good outlook on it.
You are getting better looking. Not that you've always haven't been a good-looking guy. People are telling you that. You're aging very well.
Very well.
I came to do a podcast, not get hit on.
Did you take that top off, big guy?
But I will. Going to.
First guy to roll in with a can of Coke, too. I respect it.
Delicious. Yeah, it's good for the gum.
I mean, we were like 450 episodes. He rolled in with a half-empty can of Coke. That's all right.
And it's warm, too. That's the bonus.
Found it on the street.
It tastes like elk urine.
Give us the backstory. Give us the origin story of Harlan.
Before I do, can I just,
please?
And I don't mean to, Daddy doesn't mean to slide in here and critique you guys.
Go right ahead. Fire away.
But I'm about camaraderie. I'm about upping the game for my friends, for my acquaintances, my peers. I noticed in your intro you said www.com something.
Sure. Patreon.
We don't do the WW anymore. That's like if someone asked for your phone number and you included the area code. Yeah, my number is bracket 323 bracket 92574. Let's get rid of the www from a friend to a friend.
I'll listen. I'll take the notes.
Yeah.
Workshop some things and maybe
workshop. But you have elves?
I'll send it off the flagpole.
This is our lose the just Facebook.
Just go Facebook. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
That's just me looking out for my guy.
Appreciate it.
I was thinking going the other way, including the HTTP //.
Someone likes to work.
I get paid per word.
Welcome to Amish country. Wow.
We might have some Amish listeners. They don't know what the hell's going on.
Do the Amish? They don't have they can't listen, right? They don't
legally. I don't think legally.
They don't have the equipment, right?
They do. Yeah. They dabble.
They do?
Yeah, you get some road Amish people. Rumspringa is pretty big. I'm sure they consume some podcasts during Rumspringa.
So like Lawrence is sneaking out into the barn in the middle of the night and cranking up a computer or
He's
something.
going to www.patreon.com/arguegarbage.
Oh, you just did it again, my guy.
Hardpoint is active.
You're a Canadian guy. Is there Amish up in Canada?
Yeah,
There are.
ish.
Amish-ish.
Yeah.
Are they like Mennonites or?
They're sort of Amish, but ish. They're
Okay.
Amish-ish.
Are they on the outskirts?
I don't know if they wear dresses. I mean, guy,
Man, he's quick, huh?
well, you're gonna be nosy.
That was the most Canadian thing. You're gonna be nosy.
Hey, you mind your own business, fella.
Yeah, www.mindyourOwnbusiness. How about that? Ish.
.com.
Ish.
/ Kevin
.ca
Ryan.
if it's Canadian.
No, replace it with .ish.
.ish.
The Amish.
.ish.
Yeah, give us the scoop.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we were farm family.
Really?
Grew up in we call ourselves corn people. We grew up like crops, corn, farming.
What part of Canada?
We were in the rural part, outside of just outside of a town called Newmarket.
Is that on the east, west?
That's about. She's about.
That is some country.
Yeah.
She's about.
She's about probably. I'd say about an hour 25 north of Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Biggest city in Canada, Toronto.
Right.
So we were corn people, and we ran about, I want to say 600 acres, but it was just under. It was about
Family farm.
Yeah.
Was it in your family before your family?
Handed down, and so we were corn folk and loved corn.
Were you? I assume you were working on the farm at an early age.
Yeah, we were always up early, like sometimes 5 in the morning.
Really?
John Deereing it up.
What were your responsibilities?
Well, we had to collect the corn. We had to, my dad got me rigged up in the John Deere at like an early age. I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but we were like underage tractor drivers.
Sure.
I
think the statute of limitations is bad.
I know, but I just feel weird. Like my dad, he's in his 90s, and I get to see him get arrested.
Mr. Williams, we need to talk.
Yeah, you're the punk we're looking for.
He'd wake us up, taught us how to ride the rigs around, and it was great.
I mean, it sounds like a big operation. And how many out there were you? How many
Well, I had
brothers
4
and
sisters,
Four
and I was the only guy.
Really? Older or younger?
I was in the middle. Whoa. So it was tough. It's hard to have friends when you're out there. This is a little embarrassing, but Corky, the scarecrow, was. We had a scarecrow, and I sort of like, you don't have friends when you're way out there. You don't have, you're not going to play with the girls.
Right.
And my dad put this wonky scarecrow. It's kind of creepy, to be honest, but I nicknamed him Corky. And I would talk to him. I would go out in the corn and talk to him. And
it's like Canadian Castaway.
Yeah, it was sort of like my imaginary friend, but to me it was very real. And I'd get mad when crows came around. I'd get really sort of pissed me off. I thought they were sort of taunting, messing with them.
What was the school situation?
Homeschool.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did the teaching, Mom?
My mom did most of it, but I went to night school, so my dad did. He came into my room at night, and we read Curious George. We read Where the Wild Things Are. All the books.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You might be the first homeschooled guest we've had.
Yeah. Up until when?
Right up till prom,
Hostiles have the
and
hard
then
point.
it's grade. In Canada, they did grade 13, right?
Okay.
So grade right up to grade 13, and then
Hardpoint is active.
I graduated in the living room, and then I went out into the world from there.
Is he fucking with this?
I don't
feel
know.
like
I
he's
think
fucking
he's
with
serious.
What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean up until prom?
Did you go to prom?
Yeah, in the living room. We had it at the house.
It's me and Corky split a limo.
Who'd you take to prom?
Mom? Hello? I'm not gonna take one of my stupid sisters.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Were you really homeschooled?
Yes. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
The whole way through high school.
Yeah.
You didn't graduate high school.
Well, I graduated my house.
Hostile personnel captured
Like,
the
yeah,
hard
he
point.
got a certificate of
Well, I
some...
got a lease. I got a deed.
Yeah. From the...
All
From my
security
parents.
personnel
From your
report to
parents, yeah, they
supervisors
gave
for
you a-
evaluation.
What was the highest math that you took in the house?
Probably like 9 times 10.
Yeah, so no one
Like-
taught you like trigonometry
Nah,
or
I'm
calculus.
not.
algebra.
I ain't no academic. I'll tell you that.
Did you go to college?
I thought angles was anal my whole life. And yeah, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
I love it.
Did you go to college?
I did not. No.
No college.
No. It's
How do you get from the cornfields
To
to
the big
Los
screen.
Angeles
well.
to being in Dumb and Dumber?
Well, when you have an audience of one who can't leave, who's literally got a stake into the ground, and you spend
Corky?
every sunset of your adolescence running your routine past Corky, you get sharp quick.
You're able to
get
handle
good.
that, and that Corky can be a tough critic,
Yeah.
I hear.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But we had fun.
We're off the rails officially. I like it.
Okay.
Was there a pond on the land? Like,
Yeah.
He's lying. He's probably from Toronto.
Grew up in a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
I just want to know if you played pond hockey. That was all.
Yeah, we
How
did.
far he goes
yeah.
with it.
Yeah. Any sports? What were the sports growing up?
Hockey, man.
Hockey.
That's
The
Canada.
national pastime.
Yeah.
So you played hockey.
Played hockey my whole life.
What position we talking?
Forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
right or left?
But I did both. I would vacillate. I don't know
Whoa.
if that's a word your
I was
audience is
homeschooled, I don't
familiar
know.
Who
with.
were you playing hockey with?
So I played at
Corky's
my
got a wrister that'll put you out.
Corky.
So it wasn't that. You weren't homeschooled.
Hey, what now? I actually went to a hockey camp, and then I played when I moved to LA. I played in leagues in LA.
Okay.
Ice and roller.
No kidding.
Yeah, loved it.
Huh.
Yeah, I love hockey.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you play?
Hockey?
Yeah.
No.
I
Play
did.
lacrosse.
Oh, lacrosse. Yeah, that's a Canadian game too.
Yeah.
You played
I
hockey?
played hockey growing up, yeah.
What position?
Right wing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what a treat.
Yeah. Good times.
Who's your team in Canada? Who do you like? Maple Leafs?
No, because they always lose. They just recently lost.
Sure.
So I just go after whoever's the Canadian team, and then if they get knocked out, I moveon.org. You know, yeah.
www.moveon.org.
Huh.
All right. So you're lying about the homeschool thing, right?
Yeah. I don't like to say lying, but
I'm not telling the truth.
You do have 4 sisters.
yeah.
Your family did have a corn farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parts.
Who were you selling who was your dad selling the corn to?
He'd just take
Hardcore
it down to
team
the local
deathmatch.
market.
Show some initiative.
Yeah, he sold.
This
We
game will
did
take
gourds too. Do you like gourds?
I enjoy a gourd around Halloween.
yeah.
and Thanksgiving. Not to eat. They're not
No,
eating.
they're not edible, but gourds are. My dad called them pumpkins with herpes.
Maintain
You ever
current
seen how
posture.
bumpy they
Hell
are?
of a branding.
Yeah, they're gross,
yeah.
man. They're
But yeah, so it was a good, fun childhood growing up. You know,
What was the grocery store that your mom would go to?
the Novar General?
The Novar
Yeah,
General.
that was the little town next to our town, and Novar General store.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was the first car growing up?
my car.
Yeah.
What was the family car?
Well, we had a Studebaker when I was a youngin.
Okay.
Okay.
Mom had a Studebaker.
Is that a wagon?
Black Ops
No,
took the
no,
lead.
this
Do not
wasn't a
let them
wagon.
Just a sedan.
And then they got a Volkswagen wagon, station
Okay.
wagon, because there was all the kids. And then My dad got a Pinto, a Ford Pinto.
Oh, shit.
He got a few of them.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Multiple Pintos?
Multiple
They were
Pintos and
notoriously
multiple
horrible.
orgasms. He used to get excited in them.
Double up.
Yeah. And so we had those. And then they had a Toyota Corolla station wagon.
Okay.
And then I
Even though
ended
they
up
made a
buying that off my parents for like $800 after they'd sort of run it into the ground.
$800.
And that was my first rig. Yeah.
Okay.
That seems pretty expensive for back then. A beat up Corolla, $800.
Well, the fact that they made me buy it off them
It's pretty
too
crazy,
has
yeah.
created a
$800
lot
seems
of
like a lot.
resentment
Yeah.
and bitterness. And at one point I was actually, have you ever heard that magazine Soldier of Fortune?
Sure.
And in the back you can find like
You can
professional.
hire the A-team.
Yeah, like hit killers, hitmen. I literally dialed a few and went right to the 7th number and then
Pulled back.
What'd they do? Kidnap your daughter? No, my dad would charge me for a Pinto.
Kelly
There
Blue
you go.
Book's $400.
Yeah. I mean, they really had it coming.
Okay.
Pintos are notoriously dangerous too.
Yeah,
Notoriously bad. Like the gas tank was in the front or the trunk
It was in the
or
back.
something.
It was
in the back, you get rear-ended.
It's like riding around with a loaded gun to the back of your head.
I didn't buy the Pinto. I bought the Corolla. Yeah, I called
color
it.
was it?
It was gold. Like we called it the Golden Nugget.
That's all right.
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
name.
You drive that in high school?
No, I drove that after when I went to college.
Okay, where'd
Yeah.
you go to college?
Outside of Toronto, Oakville.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you play hockey in college?
No, that's when I took a break.
Okay.
Yeah, I just focused on college.
What was the major in college?
Classical animation.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to be, an animator?
No, I wanted to be a cartoonist.
Okay.
But they didn't teach that in. They didn't teach cartooning at any university. So I found the closest thing, which is moving cartoons, which is animation.
Right.
So I thought as long as I'm drawing cartoons,
You're good.
it'll be a good,
Step.
the thing for me to do for college years.
So you weren't thinking about stand-up, high school, and college?
No.
It was after?
No. Yeah, every now and then it might have flirted and drifted into my head.
Popped in your head.
But it wasn't a viable. I knew I was probably going to be an entertainer.
Okay.
At a very early age. But I didn't know where, how, what, why, who, any
Gotcha.
of that. Yeah.
Gotcha. What were the vacations like growing up? Where would you guys go? And did your dad do well with the farm?
Yeah.
They did good.
All right, my dad we weren't farmers. I just wanted to give the audience some rural fun out of the gate.
Get this Liquid IV.
Shout out to Liquid IV.
Now, you're a booze bag. I'm going to tell you, when you wake up in the morning with a hangover and a bad attitude.
Okay.
Something that alleviates that is a Liquid IV. I know you like to have it before you go to bed.
Pro move, do it before you go to bed. Let it work overnight. Well, why fight the hangover? Let it fight while you're snoozing.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Whether you're hungover, whether you're not feeling well, whether you're sicky, whether you're working out, you got to do yourself a favor and get Liquid IV. It's a powdered drink mix with optimized ratio of electrolytes, vitamins, and nutrients. One stick of this stuff will deliver 3 times the electrolytes. I'm telling you right now, that's how we're doing it right now.
Of the leading sports drink, plus 8
Of
vitamins
course.
and nutrients.
And they taste good.
They even got sugar-free version that tastes amazing, has no artificial sweeteners. Just mix up a stick in a bottle of 16 ounces of water, and you're good to go. Don't be dehydrated this summer, you bozos. Here's the turkey. Turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com. Use the code GARBAGE at checkout. Let them know the boys sent you.
Sure.
Let us wet our beaks a little
Sure.
bit. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code GARBAGE at liquidiv.com.
Kip, I was going to tell you about Bespoke Post, but I know you don't like cool guy stuff.
Get out of
You're
here.
kind of a lame-o.
What?
But for the rest of yous out there, Bespoke Post, they got that box of awesome. You know what I'm talking about. You got the smoking things for the nice drinks. You got a goddamn arsenal of pocket knives out there.
Yeah.
They sent us throwing stars.
I'm like Bill the Butcher out here. Who wants what, baby? I'm opening Amazon boxes. I'm slicing apples. Whatever you need, I got it.
Gang, the spring, the summer's coming. It's a good time. Do yourself a favor. Every month you get a bunch of cool stuff that shows up at your house. Whether you want outdoor grilling stuff, you want outdoor stuff, you want stuff for inside the home.
Camping,
grooming
fashion,
stuff,
whatever you want.
Or knives.
Yeah.
We literally got throwing stars.
Yeah. We were throwing them at the wall like fucking 48 hours ago. Explore new brands, discover new interests, and be the coolest guy on the block. 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from a small and up-and-coming brand.
Small business.
Get a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment when you sign up at boxofawesome.com/garbage. Enter the code garbage at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com/garbage. Use the code garbage for a free mystery gift in your first monthly shipment. Boxofawesome.com/garbage. Garbage. Yep.
Let's go.
Really razz them with their
What'd your dad do?
My dad was actually a politician and a lawyer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that's why the Pinto frustrated me, because my dad worked for a law firm, and I asked him, I go, why do you have a Pinto? And he goes, I could have any car. My law firm said I could buy any car I wanted. And I said, well, why don't you have a Mercedes? And he goes, because all I need is a Pinto. He was a very practical guy.
Gotcha.
So I sort of respected him for that, but I was also disappointed.
You want a
I'm like,
Mercedes?
well, I'm like, if they're offering, take it. But
Get
he
the
was a
Mercedes.
humble man, and then he became a politician. And the only people in Canada that were allowed custom plates were politicians. They could get the license plates at MPP, Member of Provincial Parliament. And so here was my dad with this illustrious, coveted license plate that said MPP
On a Pinto.
on a
Pinto.
Ford Pinto.
Yikes.
And I'm not embarrassed or ashamed, but I just always thought, geez, Dad. you
Juice
should-
it up a little bit.
they're offering it to you, you know. And then he became a minister, and then they would send a town car with a chauffeur to our house every day.
Really?
Yeah, he became the Solicitor General, which is equivalent to your Attorney General here.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so,
Of the
yeah.
country?
Of the province of Ontario.
No kidding.
Yeah, so then the Pinto shame was in the
Got
garage.
the town car.
And then Daddy, then it became almost a little too embarrassing because all of a sudden here's this black town car in our driveway every
Pulling up.
morning. It's very ominous. It was like sort of Secret Service-esque.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
we're all peeking out the
team
window, and
deathmatch.
then some of the neighbors
Destroy
are
the
rubbing their
enemy.
breasts on their window. They're getting all excited. And
Give him a free show, huh?
All right, now we're getting somewhere. All right, your dad was a pretty high-level Canadian politician, Canadian
Yeah.
Parliament, Attorney
Yeah.
General.
Yeah.
Nice.
not
okay.
a Solicitor General.
Solicitor General.
In Canada, it's a different
Same thing,
terminology. It's the same position but different title. Yeah.
And was the minister in government too? Because a minister here is
Yes.
like a reverend or
No,
Like the Minister of Defense.
yeah, that's the
You thought he
minister.
was like, you thought he got into religion?
guy's all
Yeah,
over the place.
the minister is just the title before
Yeah,
the
the
actual.
president of or whatever.
So no
Yeah.
farm, no Corky.
No.
I'm kind of upset.
Well, this is the thing. I've given you a little memory to live with now, and I hope you enjoy that.
What were the
folks.
pets like growing up?
Oh, we had penthouse pets, so they were. No, we had a couple.
Penthouse pets.
We had
I
a,
forgot that's what they were called.
yeah, Cherry was a family pet. No, but we had
I
a
remember Cherry.
we had a little dog named Angus. My dad brought a dog named Angus because he was a little black. Ever heard of the cow Black Angus?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
It's a type of livestock.
Yeah.
It's a totally black cow.
Black Angus steaks.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so one night, just out of the blue, he brought a little black puppy home named Angus, and we put it downstairs, and it howled and cried all night. I remember I went down, we put him in the little bathroom downstairs, and I went and laid beside him. We had him in a box, and then the next day he was gone. And my dad said, sadly, he was taken from his mother too soon. He still wasn't weaned. And so he still wasn't off the titty milk yet. And so they took him back, and that was the end of Angus.
Enemy UAV detected.
Hey, you only had him one night?
One night, but then
Not
later
let
on, we got a golden retriever named Duffy.
Who knew how to keep its mouth shut?
Yeah, he knew how to keep his damn furry, stupid mouth shut. But then Duffy, about a year and a half in, got some kind of weird leg disease. Like if you pinched his back leg, one of them, the muscle was all like soft and he'd yelp. And ironically, we had friends that did have a farm named the Legs, and we gave Duffy to the Legs. And ironically, it was a leg that caused us to take Duffy to the Legs.
So your dad did well. Did your mom work?
Yeah, my mom did everything.
Really?
My mom was a social worker.
Even when your dad was the
Yeah,
The
she
Solicitor
was.
General?
My mother was a very giving, loving, sharing person. She helped. She was a social worker initially. She helped prostitutes get off the street and quit heroin and drug addiction.
Okay.
And then she became a teacher. Then she became the president of the library in Ontario there.
Wow.
Accomplished family.
Yeah. And then she became a writer. She wrote some books, and she became. She did. My mom did a lot of many things. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what were the vacations like? You guys go on. Both your parents did well.
My parents, but despite doing well, this hurts me to say this, but they were sort of misers. They were sort of cheap.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of plays into my dad having the cheap car.
The Pinto.
They were children of the Depression, and I don't think they realized it ended.
Right. All right.
So they sort of squandered their money. They weren't flashy people, which again, I was mixed. I loved the humbleness, but I was also, I was like, live it up a little. You only live once. And to this day, my dad still, we go to his house, he still has the dishes and spoons and glasses and pots and pans that we ate off as kids. He still has them all.
Man, does he live in the house you grew up in?
No, he moved. He's old, so he moved to like a gated retirement.
Gotcha. And what was the name of the street that you grew up on?
Elfindale.
Elfindale.
Yeah.
Broad Drive Avenue.
Elfindale Crescent.
Has been stolen.
Yeah.
All right, so the Williams did all right.
Pretty fancy.
That's a nice little picture we got there.
And the trips were they were frugal, so it's hard to believe now, but when you're a kid you don't know the difference.
Sure.
So they would stuff all of us, 7 of us, in the Volkswagen station wagon.
Wait, who's the 7? You said you had 4 sisters.
4 sisters, and me and my mom and dad.
Oh, yeah, all right,
7 of us. Some of them was driving. The chauffeur.
Hey, you got me on guard now. I can't tell what's a lie and what's the truth. I love it.
But so they would stuff us all in one little car, and we drove across Canada from Toronto to Vancouver. Yeah, that's all. It was crazy. Stuffed in.
10 days, right?
Oh, I think it was longer because they sort of took their time, and then we'd stop. We were pulling a trailer that you had to set up at night. And
that's where you slept in there?
Yeah.
Like a pop-up?
Yeah, pop-up. We had to, we'd always get in just as it was getting dark, and we'd have to put all these poles together. And it felt like 10 caterpillars in a crabapple tree. It was horrible. Unbelievable.
And when did you start working as a kid? What was your first job?
My first
Just
job.
say astronaut or something like that.
I wishbone. My first job was at there's a place called the Canadian National Exhibition in Toronto. It was our version of Disneyland.
Okay.
There was no carnivals or rides or anything, but every summer for 3 weeks, the last few weeks of August to Labor Day, the CNE, as they called it, would open, and it was marvelous. It had all the rides and the carnies and big attraction, and every kid just, we didn't have anything until that. And so when I was 14, I went down with my cousin Chris, and I said, let's get a job at the CNE. And we went down, and there was this thing called the food building.
Man, you guys are great with names.
I know, everything is so straightforward.
It just said food.
Yeah,
big giant
the
word
food
food. And it was the
building.
size of a Home Depot.
Okay.
And you'd go in and it was just booth after booth after booth, like hundreds of booths of food. And I said, well, go to the food building, and surely we got to get a job at the food building.
Sure.
So we go to the food building, and at the front doors, they got these big front doors. There's hundreds of kids. And I was a resourceful kid, and I said to my cousin Chris, I said, let's go around back, and I said, just follow me, act like you know what you're doing, act like you belong here, because I knew there'd be a loading dock.
Okay.
So we just walked in the loading, like just kind of like we belonged there. No one said a word. We walked in and we looked at the front doors, and all these kids were pressed against the glass. We got in like an hour before they let everyone else in. And we just walked up and down every aisle and said, do you need a job? Like you need
You're hiring,
workers.
you're hiring,
And me and Chris got hired at Silverwoods Dairy, a little, probably about 10-foot wide ice cream thing where you've made ice cream and milkshakes.
Nice.
And that was our first job.
All
That's
personnel
pretty good.
withdraw.
Yeah.
Trauma teams are inbound.
Too shabby.
Yeah, we all
Right.
love ice cream.
You guys do Christmas? Did you do Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Colored lights, white lights on the tree.
Colored with the bubble lights, with the ones that you
Okay.
put them in and they heat up and they bubble.
Sure.
Yeah.
Real tree, I assume?
Real tree.
Good Canadians?
Real
Real
grew up
tree?
on a farm.
Real tree. Yeah. Corn. Put up corn
Big
stalks.
corn tree.
Yeah.
One of those famous corn trees.
All right. So you start doing comedy in Toronto, and then you eventually move to L.A.
I think he's actually from Florida.
I know he's Canadian. How much I know.
I know he's from Toronto.
And I know he was in Los Angeles. I've seen some of his pictures. So that much I know is true.